recent data shows that women in Nigeria makes up a significant portion of the informal economy. In your experience, what do you think are the main factors that drive women to informal work and formal work, and how does this impact their abilities to balance work and home?
Well, a lot of factors are responsible. First of all is the issue of education and skills. Sometimes those jobs are available, but the women do not possess the required education and skills. Because when they go to the higher institution, they go to study things that are not relevant to the areas that the demand is high. So sometimes when those jobs are available, they do not possess the required skills and education. Another factor is the lack of opportunities for formal jobs. We have limited spaces, and sometimes when those jobs are being advertised, you'll see the requirements, age barrier is there, work experience. You've not gotten a job before, they're demanding for experience for maybe 5, 7, 10 years. Where do you get all this from? Another issue that is responsible is the issue of family responsibilities. Women are saddled with a lot of responsibilities. Besides the work, we have our family to take care of. So looking at the responsibilities before the woman, she have a baby, the children will come, the husband will come, even the relatives, they have to take care of our families. And another issue sometimes is the issue of cultural and societal norms. Sometimes they believe that the woman should be in the home to take care of the family. In some areas, still not in every culture. They believe the woman should be at home to take care of the family and should not be in the formal workplace. That would distract her and expose her to other things that will not be too good for her and her family as well.
Okay, I also like to take you on the part where you talked about women taking care of the house and the home front, and because studies have shown that women bear this uneven burden of unpaid care at home. So how do you think this second shift in quote will affect their productivity and career advancement? Especially in the formal economy.
For some of us, like those of us in the media industry and sometimes in the financial institutions, we work for a very long period of time. And these, if not properly balanced or checked, can affect the mental health of the woman because she'll be passing through a lot of stress. By the time she finishes that long hour of work at her workplace and she wants to get to the house to also take care of the home front, it becomes an issue. And that can affect the productivity of the woman because she will not be focused. She'll be losing attention, distractions here and there, and the stress on her well-being. It's going to reduce our productivity. And another issue, the limited access to finance as well, and to child care and social services, because the whole of the time is taken. She's at her workplace trying to meet up deadlines and for us to meet headlines. And a lot of workload, sometimes unpredicted, even when you're bad way, your boss tells you have a lot of work to do. The schedule is out, you need to meet up. So it's going to affect our productivity if not well handled.
Yes, we've seen the rise of technology, remote opportunities, working from home. Because some people argue the fact that remote work and technology has helped to level the playing field, especially for women in the workforce. We saw what COVID helped us to do, how we can work from home and the rest of that. So to what extent do you think this is true, especially in the Nigerian context?
For me, that's going to be a yes and a no answer, which I will explain. Let's say a yes answer because it can increase your access to formal job when you have the required ICT knowledge. You can easily get a job and the comfort of your home, no expenses will be incurred. You can be at the comfort of your home. You can work from home, just like you mentioned during the COVID-19 era. But in as much as all these are there to aid are there to promote technology and remote work concerning the female gender, there's also this issue of how many persons are able to access this opportunity. Because we want to look at, first of all, the ownership of mobile phones. If we take a look at the data provided by the GSMA 2021, it shows that the male folk do have mobile phones, about 73% or thereabouts, compared to the women. So when you don't have this facility, and you don't even have the infrastructure, talking about power electricity supply, you need to power your phone. Even when you have your power bank, you need electricity to power your phone. your gadget before you can work. When all these are not available, it's going to be a no. It's not going to increase your 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 work in terms of exploring the opportunity available by technology and the remote work opportunities. Another thing we want to also look at the issue of caregiving also surface. Even when you have these facilities to work, as a woman, you need to do the balancing. That's where the issue lies.
Okay, thank you. And if you'd want to recommend one policy or change initiative to promote this gender equality, and the homework balance for women, what will you do differently?
Talking about policies and programs, I want to look at the issue where the inclusivity. Inclusivity in the sense that policies and programs of government and even the private sector, the former private sector in this instance, should be favorable to the women. They should help to promote the education and skills to develop the skills of women in relevant areas that the need is high. And another thing should be the issue of home balancing. There should be a pay attached to their maternal leave. If there's a pay attached to it, it's going to reduce the burden of looking for crèche where you keep your baby and you have much expenses in that regards. And you'll be well settled because for us in the public sector, the government sector, we have given them 6 months maternity leave which was championed by gender advocates and some of the first lady, the governor's wives in various states, and it has pushed through. We have 6 months maternity leave. You give you a lot of time to take care of your family and your baby, and also the issue of paternal leave, where men will also enjoy 2 weeks of maternity when their wives put to birth. All these are going to help the woman to do her job effectively and efficiently if looked into.
I was a bit jealous, and now you're talking about just 2 weeks for us and 6 months for you. I don't think that's fair, But so I think that policy needs to also be balanced at one end. But before we let you go, what's going to be your final word for us tonight?
Okay, my final word is going to be the issue you talked about while we're discussing. I remember you mentioned the issue of unpaid care that women provide at home. Yes, if you look at the data provided by Oxfam, that's be around 2020. It talks that women are involved in about 4 hours of unpaid work per day, while the men is like 30 minutes. That goes to show how industrious women are. We do the formal work, we also do the unpaid work at home, which also takes much of our time. So what am I saying? While all these are affecting us, we wish that the men will also appreciate what we're doing, which I know that some men are doing it at home. We need that support from our husbands, from our brothers, relatives, so that the family, while we're working and also taking care of the family, we need that support from everybody, including the private sector, so that things can work out for women while we strive to make our input and contribution towards the growth of the economy and our individual selves.